OtisWho. Music.
Hello. Thank you guys for joining another episode of the OtisWho podcast. Let's talk. We have another great show for you today. We really do. I've been telling you I'm going to start bringing in guests to interview, and also not to just interview, just to have just interesting conversations that we are definitely in the market for. We need this. So with that being said, I have a very, very special guest for you. His name is Brother Love. He is a professional dating coach, which happens to just be married to one of my beautiful cousins.
Yeah.
You're okay? So hopefully, he knows what he's talking about, which he does. All jokes aside, I've been following him on Facebook and Instagram for a while now. And as soon as I started this podcast concept, he was one of the first people that crossed my mind because he definitely needs a platform to get out his message. He really does. So I'm happy to have you here, man. Thanks for coming through.
Happy to be here,
Thanks for coming through.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're going to get back with Brother Love in a minute. But check this out. You know I got to pay some bills. And honestly, I don't even consider it paying bills. This is a very important announcement. Please come on out Saturday, July 7th, 2018. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's going to be the second annual health fair brought to you by the Kicking for the Community and the Perpetual Home Supportive Services, which is a non-for-profit organization that's going to be going down at the Dalewood Rec Center, 10266 West Florissant. It's for the family and all the surrounding communities, and definitely for the kids. What's going to be taking place that day is going to be a lot of free screenings. A lot. Things that we need, and it is definitely needed in our community. For example, and not limited to, depression screening, high blood pressure screening, dental and hearing and eye health, prostate, stroke. What else? There's going to be a van out there for the ladies for the mammogram. Okay, there's going to be a lot of activities and events going on for the kids. They're going to show you how to do first aid. There's going to be barbecue. There's going to be food vendors. It's going to be a nice event. It's the second annual health fair for the community. It's going to be July 7th, again, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Dalewood Recreational Center, 10266 West Florissant. So thank you guys, and please, you got to come out and support. We need you, and it's free. And I will say this, all jokes aside, someone's life is going to be saved that day. Someone has hypertension, don't even know about it. Someone's going to be going through depression. You need to find out what those signs are and get the help that you need. Some people are going to find out, God forbid, if they're close to having a stroke. You know that. Please come out. It's free. And bring the kids out. We definitely need it. Okay, with that being said, let's get right into it. Like I said, I have with me here Brother Love. He's going to be coming on a regular basis, at least twice a month. We're going to get those days worked out for you, but he has to be here. You're going to come at least twice a month.
Twice a month, yeah.
Twice a month. We're going to get this together. But let's get right into what you're going to discuss today. Let's get right into it. What's going on, man?
All right. First, I want to say thank you, OtisWho. Inviting me to the podcast. I watch it faithfully.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You and Tyrone.
Most definitely.
I especially love your solo videos.
Okay. I'm trying to get better, man. I'm trying to get better.
I'm digging it. I see the growth, and
Thank you.
And I'm digging it. So,
Thank you.
I appreciate you bringing me on. I just want to talk about, I got stuff I got to get off my chest too.
Most definitely.
And more importantly, I got insight that I want to share that I feel like can help people.
Okay, well listen, don't take this the wrong way. You've been dating my cousin for 3 years.
Yeah.
You've been married for 4. So it's a total of 4 years. I mean, a total of 7.
Duh.
It's
all right.
Total of 7. are you sure you have the experience to spew out what you're about to spew? Do you have the experience to take care of this man?
I definitely have the experience.
Okay.
Okay. Because I've been paying attention before I met your cousin.
Okay.
So I mean, I've been absorbing stuff. I didn't wait to get married to try to figure this stuff out. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. Preparation.
Good answer. Yes.
Preparation is the key to success. So,
exactly.
And I just want I'm not gonna say I got insight on every area, but there's some areas that I got great insight on. I feel, in my opinion, that'll be whoever watching. You be the judge. But we gonna get into it. I'm gonna give you what I got, and then you let me know.
Okay, sounds fair. Let's go. The floor is yours.
All right. I want to start off just breaking down a quote. One of my first quotes. Quote that I stand by probably more than anything. Mm-hmm. And that's this: good love can't keep you in a relationship, but a good relationship can keep you in love. Okay.
Okay. If you don't mind.
Say that again.
Say it one more time.
Good love can't keep you in a relationship, but a good relationship can keep you in love. Okay. Now, what do you get from that when you hear that?
What I get from it?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's so. I have a phrase, a saying that I go by. It's so simple. It's complicated. It's so simple. People actually would get lost in the actual definition and the meaning of what it actually stands for. So, me personally, I'm not even going to give my explanation. I want you to go right into it and let me hear where you're coming from, and then trust me, I'm going to chime in.
Right.
But go ahead, you break it down.
I gotta sell you to a train of thought first.
Okay.
Before we even go into the breakdown.
Okay.
And that's separating good love in a good relationship. Separating love in a relationship, because many people think it is one thing, which it is, but it's separate also. It's like a cake. Mm-hmm. You got the icing and you have the actual cake. That's how I see it.
Okay.
So if you're gonna buy into the quote, into the mentality, you have to be able to separate what is love, what is your relationship, what is what you feel, and what is what you have. Okay, and we'll just go into that pretty much first. So you gotta separate the icing from the cake. What tastes good and what fills you up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to make that my first point. What you have versus what you feel. Okay.
I like that. I like that. What do you have?
What you have
versus what you feel. It's two different things.
Two different things. Okay. And it's basically like this. Okay. I believe people are confused about what they have because of what they feel. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I feel like we're not conscious that a lot of our relationships are romanticized. And we feel like that they're bigger than what they actually are. And we treat them as such instead of actually taking a step back and looking at the reality of what your relationship is. Okay? And if you buy into the concept of what you have versus what you feel, you will see that, a lot of what you feel when you get into relationships and stuff like that isn't based off of how good the relationship is. You can feel something in a relationship and it can make you feel like you're on the top of the world, but that don't necessarily mean you're in a good relationship.
Right. You personally could have a good feeling.
Yeah.
But the relationship is not healthy.
There you go.
I got you.
I compare it to eating food. Fast food tastes better than anything.
Right. And if you're hungry, it fills you up at that time.
It fills you up everything, but it's not good for you.
Right.
At the end of the day.
There's none of that on the nutritional chart.
Yeah. And that's how I kind of see how relationships are.
Most definitely.
A lot of people eating fast food.
Got you. Yeah.
But it's not good for them.
Yeah, them French fries good, man. That cheeseburger good, man.
Look, I'm hitting White Castles all the time, but it's not good. I can't look at it, but like I don't know why. not as healthy as
Right.
I
I
want
don't
to
know
be
why I
because
feel bloated. I don't know why I'm
because it do
passing
feel
good. I got
good.
you, yeah.
It feels good, but it doesn't give you a healthy body, and you can just use that as a metaphor for a healthy relationship. What you feel doesn't necessarily equal a good relationship, a healthy relationship. You know.
That's you know what. Let me tie that back into what I'm saying. It's so simple. It's complicated. It's kind of hard, but there's like a gray area. You have to be conscious of your partner because, like you said, it's so true. Just because you're happy, let me use me. Just because I'm happy, that doesn't necessarily mean my wife is happy, which means the relationship is not happy.
There it is.
So I have to be conscious of that.
There
Just
it
because
is.
I'm waking up and I'm feeling good and I'm getting a nice little stretch in the morning, that nice yawn and whatnot, and I'm looking over at my wife, I see she has a slight attitude, but if I'm not concerned with it because well, I'm
You
good.
good. You already
so,
right.
So I'm pretty sure you're gonna be all right. You must be having a bad day. No, it's not a healthy relationship.
There you go.
You got to find out why instead of assuming. I got you.
You just can't assume that how you feel is how the relationship is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could be good, and even your partner can be good, but what y'all have together isn't good. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Trust me, I got you.
You could be on the job thinking that you killing it, but your performance review shows that you're doing a lot of stuff wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you don't ever take a step back and say, hey, how is it really going? You know, what's the reality of what I'm doing? Then you don't know how good it is. You know, I feel like that's a mistake that a lot of people make. And if you think about the quote, you know, good relationship, key word, good relationship, not good love, you know, you'll see that you need to focus on something a little different than what you feel.
Right.
What
you have versus what
you feel. Yeah.
What do you have?
What do you have? Yeah.
That's kind of ooh, that's a good that is a good quote. What do you have versus what you feel?
Versus what you feel.
Damn, that's deep.
You got it. And
damn, man.
And you know what? I'm gonna get straight to the next point with that. You know, what you have versus what you feel. It's like why is it like that? You know, and you have to think about maintenance. You know, why is it so that you can have a relationship and it be, you know, it makes you feel like it's good and then it's not good. Well, I mean, your focus, a lot of time, our focus, because everybody does these things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Your focus should be on maintaining that relationship opposed to just feeling what you're gonna feel. You know what I'm saying? The best analogy I can use is a new car.
Okay.
A new car. You know, everybody gets a new car and thinks they have a good car. Okay?
The brand new car smell and all that. Gotcha.
But you know what? Eventually, over time, if you're not maintaining that car right, that car turns into what you think is a bad car. You know? And I relate that to relationships. You know what I'm saying? If you're not doing the necessary things that nobody really talks about, because nobody talks about the maintenance of a relationship. A lot of people focus on how it feels, you know?
Right.
When you hear all the love songs on the radio and all that, it's talking about how you feel. It ain't talking about what's actually going on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
it's like the In Vogue song, giving you something he could feel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, I got you. Okay.
And I love In Vogue, but you know, at the same time, they just talking about feelings all over the, you know, all the music is just talking about how you feel. But I mean, you ain't getting a lot of education about what you need to do, you know, in your relationship with that stuff.
Exactly.
And
I got you.
And like I said, with a car, you know, everybody knows the basic stuff. You know, basic stuff in relationships. You know, change the oil.
Basic.
You know, keep gas in it. But
they
you know
that, right.
What about when certain parts start going out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know all the necessary.
Yeah. The stuff that's not done on a regular basis, but is important and could damage your relationship / vehicle if it goes unhandled, like timing chain, transmission fluid, crankshaft fluid, whatever the situation may be, that you very seldom, the doggone, if some cars still have the drum brakes, they never change the drum brakes. They just change the calibers. The front parts. They don't worry about the drum pads inside.
That's true.
You know, so a lot of things that it goes unnoticed. Yeah. So I got you. Great analogy. Great analogy. And somebody else will get their car / woman / man, and it's all new to them, brand new. But they know how to change that chain, the timing chain.
Oh yeah,
they know how to change that timing chain.
Because it's not knowledgeable, but it's necessary.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
And if you really want your car to go the distance, relationship go the distance, focus on the maintenance and what it actually needs, not just the basic stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of us, we don't really talk about like the necessary stuff. You know, we talk about a lot of stuff you hear is just basic stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, we talk about communication, but we don't talk about how to communicate.
True.
You know, we talk about intimacy. We don't talk about how to be intimate. Everybody isn't born with this stuff. Everybody doesn't learn this stuff. You know, everybody doesn't just know how to do these things. You know.
Well, speaking of maintenance, not to cut you off, I apologize.
No problem.
Well, speaking of maintenance, here's my question. A good one, I think it is. How do you know if certain vehicles / individuals are worthy of the maintenance? How do you know that you really putting oil in a vehicle that it has a hole in the oil pan? Is it really worth working on that vehicle? Or should you just let me just keep looking?
I got something.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, come on, talk to me. Because I think that's what we kind of lack in relationships. We're working on situations that you shouldn't be working on in the first place.
Right. That's the truth. Well, it's like I said, staying with the car analogy.
Okay.
You buy a car that you don't know anything about. You're not going to drive that car and trust that car just from nothing, right? You're going to get somebody to inspect it. You're going to get it checked out. At least you should.
I would say you would think so.
At least you should.
You would think so.
You know, now everybody's not going to investigate their car. They're not going to take their car you can't take people to get checked out, obviously.
Right.
But you can get to know your car. Mm-hmm. You know. What I'm saying is everything is good in moderation.
Gotcha.
Drive it slow. Take your time. Don't go straight 270 and think, oh yeah, I'm okay, because I just got this feeling inside that I'm good and I can go full-fledged. No, you don't trust the car that you haven't even tested yet. You know what I'm saying? And by test I mean you just give it time. You know, see how it reacts to you going a little faster. You know, see how people react to you doing certain things, saying certain things, and you get to know them.
I know where you're going, but you know what though? I know where you're going, but hear me out on this.
Yeah.
We don't do that anymore.
Oh no.
And what you're relating to and what you're referring to is called courting.
Courting.
What is that?
What is courting?
Exactly. It's not what you do at the basketball court or you're playing tennis on the tennis court. I know, because a lot of y'all youngins don't do that anymore. You fall in love way too quick. What courting is, when you meet a young lady, she attractive or whatever attracted you to her, you ask her out on a date. Take her out.
Yeah.
All you trying to do is get to know her.
Yeah.
Just take her out. Talk to her. If another date is required or necessary after that, if it's mutually agreed upon, go on another date. Just date.
Right.
You're not obligated to be girlfriend and boyfriend right off the bat.
Right.
And that's what a lot of our young people are doing now. They have no inkling of what dating is.
Right.
I know for a fact, and it can be proven, they go out with these young ladies and vice versa, and they immediately consider themselves in a relationship. I don't understand how that's possible. You can't possibly tell me you know this person that well to consider them your girlfriend or boyfriend. You don't.
Right.
We need to go back to the courting, go back to the dating.
Yeah. And
stop lying unnecessarily. I remember when I was growing up, seriously, back in my 20s, it was nothing for me to be honest about, hey, I'm just dating.
Right.
And the ladies would, well, the majority of them, because some of them are old fashioned and they just didn't get it, but the majority of them would understand that.
Yeah.
And they got it.
You was honest about it.
And I was being honest. It's
Yeah,
not that
about
I'm a
it.
whore. I'm not there doing what I'm doing. No, and I'm not saying I was having sex with everybody. I'm not nowhere
That's
even
the key.
saying that.
The
Trust
key
me,
word right
that wasn't
there.
happening.
That's
I
the
wish
key
it was
word.
as a man, but it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I was dating.
That's the truth.
They was trying to see if they liked me, and I was trying to see if I honestly liked you.
See, that's the
know?
important thing. You trying to even see if you even like them.
Exactly.
It's not. You can't come into something new with these manufactured emotions where
Yes.
you're going to give them to whoever you like. You got to
Mhm.
see if you even really like this person.
You have to see.
You know, like
Before
honestly,
you even give them that maintenance part, you have to
Right.
you have to do the pre-inspection. Kick the
pre-inspection.
tires. Before you even ask for the keys to the car, you at least walking around to see if you like the profile of it.
That's the
Yeah,
truth.
the profile look good, I know.
That's the
But
truth.
check the tires. Take them out. See if they know how to read a menu. I mean, a menu. See, going back to my other previous podcast episodes, see if they know how to figure out a 15% tip by looking at the check.
Yeah. That was a good one.
See. You won't know until you see.
Until you yeah.
See,
Test it out.
now check this out. See, pre-maintenance, if he's going to open the door for you.
Yeah.
Even if he knows that's even required of him.
Right. Because everybody
We don't
know.
do that, right?
Everybody don't even know that's required.
Right. That's part of that before you even get to the maintenance.
Before you even get to it.
And if you do get to that maintenance part, all that is required.
Yeah.
That's part of the maintenance.
Definitely.
What you did to get them, you have to do the same thing to keep them.
Yeah.
That's maintenance.
And more.
And more. Yes.
And more.
And more. Yes.
And more.
Most definitely. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So maintenance. That's it comes down to that whenever you're thinking about a good, how do you look at a good relationship? How do you judge a good car? Or even to get away from that analogy to because that's more of a male perspective.
Right, I got you. Yes.
To get into the give the
it
women
is a lot
some
of
insight.
testosterone up here. I got you.
Your hair. If you don't maintenance your hair correctly, and do the necessary thing, conditioner and all the healthy, however you do it. I don't know it verbatim.
Yeah, we ain't
But,
got to deal with that.
Yeah, we don't have to do that. But
Right.
if you're not doing that correctly, it's going to break down. You know your hair. You know the type of conditioning your hair is in if you don't maintenance it correctly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you don't maintenance your body correctly. If you're not doing the necessary things to keep yourself in check, I mean it can get out of hand,
Right, most
like
definitely.
easily.
Most definitely.
So that's something I think you should really pay attention to, especially with this quote. Like I said, good love can't keep you in a relationship, but a good relationship can keep you in love.
Most
Okay.
definitely. Yes.
Now I just want to I want to paint the picture for my next point. I'm
Okay.
gonna paint the picture for you, okay? All right. Say you out in the cold. Okay, you in the cold for whatever reason, you ain't getting into the warmth no time soon. But
Okay.
you have material to make a fire with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now there's two different types of fire you can make in order to get yourself, in a good position. The first fire you make is the big fire. That's the first fire you can make, where it's huge, big, flames going up to the top of the trees, everything. It's blazing, and it melts everything in a close vicinity of you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But it only lasts for one day. Okay, that's the first fire you can make. The one that melts everything. Now the second fire you can make is the consistent fire. And that's the fire that isn't big flames blazing up to the trees, but it lasts you for a week.
Okay.
Okay? Now which one would you choose
Of
to
course,
survive?
I want the one that's going to last for a week.
Seem like common sense.
It does.
It seems like common sense,
But
but
a lot of I got you.
we don't use the analogy in our relationships because I look at it as the big fire. That's whenever you let your feelings and emotions go crazy for people. Feels like 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
You met somebody, it's going, the romance is popping, everything is great,
Mm-hmm.
but it don't last.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And on the flip side, you have the consistent fire, which it's not this big blazing thing that makes you feel like you're in outer space, but it lasts. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what we got to get back to and realize as part of a healthy relationship is just the consistency, not just the feeling.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Not just the passion of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Good love.
So that's that next one right there. The big fire versus
big fire versus the consistent fire.
That consistent fire.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
And I'm even take it a step further. You know what people do when they get into relationships? You hear them say, "Oh, I gave my all." What they doing is every log that they have, they putting on the fire all in the beginning. So
the big fire.
The big fire, the bonfire. And it blazes up, but it dies out just as quick as the regular fire does. But if you space out the time that you putting a log onto your fire and just make it a consistent thing, your fire will last longer.
Right, consistent.
You know what I'm saying?
Not too high, but it's consistent. It's keeping you warm. It's doing what it's supposed to do. And it's maintaining but growing at the same time.
Right.
It's consistent. You're putting that effort in it and it's consistent versus that big fire. You're going all in.
You're going all
in.
You know,
I truly believe, like you say, the first 6 months to a year of a relationship is not truly real anyway because you're putting on facades. It's just a psychological thing. Your true person breaks down after a while. You have no choice but to let your true self go after a few months.
Some people.
Yeah.
Some people. I promise I always try to come into it as raw as I could.
I got you.
You know, I wanted, hey, take me at the worst. I want you to be able to know what you're getting into as soon as we meet. Okay? Like, straight up.
Yeah. I got you.
You found out about watching cartoons and all that stuff later on. That's fine.
Right.
You found out about the craziness later on. That stuff.
The mad.
But you know who I am. I want to give it to you in the beginning.
Right.
You know
you wanted to know this everything.
Yeah.
To know the truth. You know what you're getting up front. Most definitely. Hey.
Exactly.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
And you got to realize, you know, that when you meeting somebody to make it work, you don't have to pour your heart out to them and tell them how much you mean to them and all that stuff just for them to love you and to make it work. You don't have to do all of that. You just have to be conscious of what you're adding to your relationship. You got to be conscious of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to be conscious of what kind of log are you putting on your fire. Because you can't just put anything on it because everything don't burn as long. You know, everything don't burn the same length of time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can put 1,000 pieces of notebook paper on the fire and it's gone within seconds, but you can put this sturdy truth, you know what I'm saying? Your authentic self, boom. That might last you a little bit longer.
Or you can put this oil-based fire in there.
And it's gonna go.
She okay.
And it's gonna go for a while.
Right.
Okay? But you know, I said, I think the whole point of the purpose is to try to give you an illustration of how to see that, man, it's not about your emotions. It's not about how much you feel. People have been in love that they think is unlike anyone else, and it still fails. You know what I mean? You got to ask yourself, why is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ask myself, why is that? Like, you know, is that type of love the one that is successful? Because at the end of the day, you know, what I stand by is how is love successful? You know what I'm saying? How do we get success in love?
That's a good question.
You know, like you know, and that's the basis of, you know, where I try to come from with the insight. It's like what actually works and what is just, you know, what is the rule and what is the exception. You know what I'm saying? Like what actually works in relationships that makes stuff last the distance. And I ain't just talking about, you know, communication and stuff like that. Stuff like that is cool, but you know, there's a lot more to it. I feel that everybody doesn't talk about. You know what I'm saying? I know all the old school quotes and the old school advice, and it's not bad, but I think there's more to it that people just brush past and don't really investigate. You know what I'm saying? And I try to think about that, like, you know, is the feeling really what controls it? Do you believe that all you gotta do is fall in love and then that's it? You know what I'm saying? That's it. We good. Right. I love you. Can't nobody tell us nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got this love. Ain't nobody got the type of love we got. Yes, they do. They've had it and it's gone.
It's all emotion.
It got to be more than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Emotion.
If it's gonna last, what we talking about is it lasting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your fire, and plus the feelings fluctuate. You're not gonna like. I hated that hearing that before I got married. That sometimes you're not gonna like each other. I hated hearing that.
But it's true.
It's the truth, though.
It's true. Yes.
It's the truth. That don't mean that you don't love each other.
Right. But at that particular time, I just don't like you right now.
I don't. Yeah.
It
right
happens.
Now, I'm not the.
Oh, it
fan.
happens. Yes. It happens, and I'm glad you brought that up. And people have to understand that just because you get that feeling that you don't like your significant other at that time, that doesn't mean the relationship or the marriage is over.
Right.
It doesn't mean that.
Right.
Just go to your neutral corners for a minute. That's life. That comes with just being around each other for a long period of time.
Oh yeah.
There's a difference then with being in love and loving your significant other. Big difference. Of course, you're gonna start off in love. That's where those emotions come in and all that. The sex is good, all that. Her meatloaf is impeccable.
The best.
All that.
Everything she make is great.
You know what I'm saying? But as time goes by, let's keep it real. I've been with my wife since 1998. Hey, everything's after a while. Don't get me wrong. I love my wife. And I'm still in love with my wife. I still get the butterflies in my stomach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It happens. But at sometimes, hey, I don't like you for whatever reason. It don't last long, but that's the reality of the situation.
That's true. Yeah.
Don't let nobody lie to you. That is the truth.
That's the truth.
It's true what they say about the first 5 years of marriage. It's hard. It really is. It's hard. It's hard. I'm not even going to ask you how it's been going because that's none of my business. But I just know from my personal experience, and I'm here. I can testify. I'm still with my wife. We're still going strong, but it's hard. Relationships are hard, like you said, to maintain. You have to maintain.
Yeah, that's the key thing.
You have to. It is hard.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't trade it in for the world because, like you said, it's not about being in love. At this point, it's about love. I love my wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see my whole life, the rest of my life with her.
Yeah.
At times, that's why we got a big enough house. Whereas I'm telling you the story, and it's so true. It is so true. And men, you need to pay attention to this. Women too, because women doing it too. I went to an associate of mine's wedding. My wife and I did, and at that time, my wife and I, we were already married for a few years. And I went to the wedding, and the pastor said before he went through the vows and whatnot, if you're married and you have a house or whatever, and you get mad at each other, don't leave the house. Go into the other room. Because if you leave the house, you're going to find something to get into. I'm not going to go into details, but whatever you want to get into, you're going to find it. Whatever it may be.
Right.
Or you have options.
Right.
So, male or female, it doesn't matter. It's not exclusive to the male. When whoever leaves out their house with the intentions of the situation that you mad at your significant other and you going out the house angry, things can happen. We know that. So I learned that from the pastor that was presiding over this wedding, and I've been sticking to that to this day. If I'm upset, I used to just run out the house. Not run, but get in my car and go.
You go.
Let me just go. I'm gonna go hang out down in the hood, chill with the fellas, yada with the roof.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Because I value my relationship. I value my marriage. I go down here to the basement.
There you go. That's all you need to go.
She all upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm in the basement. Don't go out there because you know you're going to find something. That's part of that maintenance. You have to know what works for you.
Right.
You have to know what mechanic to go to.
Oh, yeah.
You have to know. Everybody can't work on your situation.
Right.
You have to know who can work. Who's qualified? Am I qualified? And if you learn something, okay, remember that, and you go use it.
Right. Yeah.
I'm in the basement. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's just my piece of advice to you.
Go to the basement.
It took me a long time to figure that out. And if you don't have a basement, if you have another room, go to the other room. Trust me. It works and it will help. Yeah. Trust me.
Truth.
For real. Most definitely. So that's just a little piece of my experience. You got to have the you got to have that point of that maintenance. And for us, the big fire versus the consistent fire, I totally agree with that. 1998, like you said, that's consistency. When I fall off, I remember I was the main one having things set up for us to do on the weekend. I was the outgoing one. And let's go this. I got it planned out. All you do is just look pretty, come off and pick you up. We gone. Let's go. As years progressed, she took over that role. She the one that tells me we got planned this weekend. Don't do. Okay, baby. I don't even know where we going, but it always end up having a nice time.
Right.
Experiencing new things.
Right.
Because we're being consistent and we're taking turns because we know each other. We know how to maintain it more to keep it going.
Right.
She wasn't. We didn't get stagnant.
There you go.
We didn't get stagnant. It's easy to do that.
Yeah.
It's easy to point fingers. Yeah, she's gonna be like, how come you don't ever pick out nothing to do? Oh, it gets to the moments. How come you always do? How come I always? Oh, it happens. It happens.
Shaq had to take over some games. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, right.
We both trying to win, but hey, sometimes you got to take up. Sometimes I'm off.
Right. Exactly.
And sometimes you got to take over for me.
Exactly.
You know, sometimes you got to, and that's okay because we both still trying to win.
Exactly. At the end of the day, we trying to win.
We just trying to win.
Period.
Right.
You sure? Exactly.
Yeah. Like I said, you don't get caught up in the other stuff. It's all about you being consistent. You know that brings me a lot to my next point. It shows y'all compatibility. Now, one thing that I feel like is so wrong, and we all getting it wrong, is that we putting romance over compatibility. You know what I'm saying? Good relationship, not good love. It don't matter what you feel. You have to be compatible with a person.
Right.
Okay.
I like that. I like number 4.
You have to be.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I beg and I ask you the question: is compatibility bigger than romance? It has to be, in my opinion, because you can go back to your exes. You felt something for all of them, but you did not work with all of them.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's compatibility.
Compatibility. Got you. Okay, like you said, that's a good point. Yeah. You had lust and love for all of them.
Yeah.
We all did.
You bought your flowers.
All that.
You did the sweet things.
Sent
the bear, sent the note. It was romantic, but it wasn't. Y'all wasn't compatible. You know, like it wasn't the real deal. You know, like
it ties into what we were talking about earlier, the courting situation.
Yeah.
Are you courting enough? Are you dating enough to see if you're compatible with one another?
Right.
Then you can start the true romance because you got to the point that you are compatible. Now I can give you my all. Versus I'm gonna give you my all because I'm romantically in love. I'm really in love with you, but you're not compatible.
See, that's where everybody has it at this point. Is they're doing that first,
and not in it.
They going in it first, like, you know what? I'm gonna be real romantic. I got all these feelings because I like them. We must be compatible, but that's not how it works.
Exactly.
That's not how you win in love. You have to ask if you compatible first. You know what I'm saying? You have to ask if you compatible first. And you have to, and honestly, when you go into it, you have to. This is why you shouldn't fake who you are in the beginning.
I agree. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This is exactly.
It's gonna come out eventually, but like
it's gonna come out.
But come out the gate with it though.
Come out the
gate.
I'm trying to get to the stuff immediately.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Me and your cuz, we had some great conversations, and we had some real conversations. Okay, because I had to get to let's get to the meat of the thing. Yes, you fine. I'm past that. After the first date, or after the first phone conversation, I'm past that. I need to know what you're talking about. I don't want to waste no time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You got to get to that point where you're trying to figure it out. Hey, what do I want? What do they have? Okay, does that match up? You know, does that match up?
Right.
You know, are they somebody who I can build something with? Because everybody want to build nowadays. You don't even know what you're building on.
Right.
You don't even know what kind of bricks you even laying. You just want to build with a person.
They say they want to build, like you said. You don't even know what you're building.
You don't know what you're building, and you don't know what you're building on.
Exactly.
You know, because you thinking you building on brick, you building on sand. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But you got to ask yourself, what is it that this person has that fits with what I have, and vice versa? Because it ain't just about how they fit in your life; it's about how you fit in theirs. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both have to fit in each other's life.
Exactly.
You know, y'all both have to come with that.
Right.
You know, and don't get me wrong, there are couples out there who skip all of this and they go on to get married. That don't mean nothing. Okay, let's just make that clear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's plenty of bad marriages, whatever. Okay, we gonna get to that in a whole nother thing.
Most definitely, yeah.
But you know, you got to figure out if you compatible with a person or not first. You know, like don't worry about the romantic side of it. That stuff will come, especially when you figure out that you really are compatible with a person. You really gonna do what you got to do to keep them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but like I said, I think people put more on romance than what they should, in my opinion. You know, like I feel like
if you're compatible, the romance is gonna always be there.
It's right. It's gonna be
always,
there.
And you know it's true and organic.
There you go.
If you're compatible.
There you go.
Because I am a living witness to that. Again, since 1998, my wife and I've been together. The romance is still there. I just wake up in the morning, like I say, breath could be stinking and all that, whatever. I still look at it like, okay, yes, that's my baby. You know what I'm saying? For real, and that's the way it is. You know, and even when she's mad at it, because you know how women get.
Yeah.
She wake up mad. It happens.
Yeah.
That's my baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely get what you're saying. Sex is not even on the table. That's my baby.
We ain't even mentioning sex.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Because it's not even part of the conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sex is not romance. To me. It's not
truth.
romance.
That's the truth.
Sex is not romance.
That's the truth.
You know, romance to me is a little as if the wife is just laying in the bed and you just lay beside her. No sex, no nothing. Until she falls asleep, then I get on back up and go down in the basement.
Yeah.
And finish watching TV or doing whatever I was doing.
That's a whole nother type of effort right there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so to me it's just the little things, man. So, but I definitely get what you're saying. But a lot of people confuse romance with sexual activity or sexual things, and it really isn't about that.
No.
It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's the truth.
Wow. Nothing.
That's the truth. Like
Most
I said, it's more important things, and you know, like I said, one of my main goals and why I do what I do is to try to show people there's a priority list when it comes to this dating, you know, foundation that you build. There's a priority list that you should be paying attention to what's more important. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff is cool, but I personally don't believe that you should be having feelings for people who you don't even know if they respect you or not. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know if they respect you.
Wow.
You know, you don't even know if they actually value you or not. But you got these emotions of because you spent time with them, and that's all you really need to spend time with somebody who you attracted to. That ain't. You know, people act like they got these great relationships. You spend time with somebody you're attracted to, you're gonna like them.
Right. And true. And if you're honest with yourself, and if you're truly honest with yourself, and you take the physical attraction off the table and honestly ask yourself true, legitimate questions. Do I really see myself with this person? Is this person really going to benefit from me and vice versa?
Oh, yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
Truly. Are you really, really, really the young lady that I'm supposed to be with? Truly. You have to ask yourself these questions.
That's the truth.
You have to.
That's the truth.
Forget the past. Once you get past them looks, like you're saying, in a few phone conversations and all that, you should know. You should know where they stand.
You should know.
You should.
You should know.
If you're being truthful with yourself.
Right.
But a lot of people aren't.
Yeah, you should know.
Yeah, but
especially if you got to know what you're looking for. You got to know whether or not they have it or not. You know what I mean? You just you can't sit around and be like, well, they said this and they said that. You got to look. Either it's lining up or it's not.
Exactly.
You know, for real. Like, hey,
exactly.
For me, like after 90 days, I know whether or not, you know, you're gonna be my girl or, you know, we're gonna be.
And honestly, you know, and it goes both ways. You ladies do the same thing. You know what's going on by 90 days. I really do truly feel I truly do believe that. Yeah. You know, especially if you coming out being 100 with yourself.
Well, that's the key
you know
thing.
What I'm saying?
You gotta keep it real with yourself.
You know,
you gotta be honest with yourself and say, you know what, they're cool. It's okay for people to just be nice and then nothing. You know that that was cool what we did, We don't have to hate each other. We don't have to have a baby together. Let's just
Agree
make
to
a clean
disagree.
break,
Right.
and it'd be like, you're just not for me. It's
called,
okay.
It's called dating.
It's called dating.
I didn't break up with you. We was
That's
just
the
dating. So how can I break up with you when we were just dating?
Oh my goodness.
Just because we went. Now I'm obligated. Now I got to lie to you because after the first date, we girlfriend and boyfriend. Which I don't know how they even happen.
I don't know.
How you become my boyfriend or my girlfriend? How? After one or two dates? How?
Yeah.
This is what's going on these days.
Yeah. We got.
I don't understand that.
We're gonna do something about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
like
yeah.
I said, it's focus on compatibility. Because there's a lot of things that when you realize what kind of relationship you have, there's a lot of things that you get from it that feelings won't give you, and that's my very last point. Reassurance. Whenever reassurance, insurance.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. How much is that premium? Hey, that's a good one though. How much is that premium?
It's gonna cost you something. Might be a little, might be a lot.
Yes, it's gonna cost you.
Okay, but the reassurance insurance. Okay, when you have a good relationship and you have your daily routines, you say you have your characteristics of your relationship. That gives you, it's like insurance. Okay, when you're not feeling the best about your partner, when you're not seeing eye to eye with each other, you have to remember you have built something.
You got that insurance.
I
got you. I like that reinsurance. Insurance. Okay, I got you.
You've already invested. Okay. You know exactly what you've put in. You know exactly what they've put in.
Got you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You've been putting this in annually.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
You've been putting it in.
Right. You can't kick me out. I got insurance.
I stay here, okay?
Right. I got you.
And that's what the relationship.
But you know what I'm saying, though, right?
I know what you're saying.
Right.
You can't kick me out. I didn't pay my premium, okay?
Right.
And that's what you got to look at your relationship as insurance. How you feel is not going to stay the same, but what you have built always stays the same until you completely get rid of it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I got you. I see what you're saying.
But what you have built stays the same,
Right.
And I'm not saying that your roles don't change. You already said you did some things in the beginning, now that she does, and it might be vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
But that's part of the foundation, though.
That's part of it.
That's the foundation.
That's part of it.
The furniture might change in and out, but the foundation, the walls, the tuck pointing, that's still there.
That's still there.
I get exactly what you're saying.
It's still there. You can renovate all you want to.
Exactly.
The house is still the same.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can do the outside panels, do the yard different. The house is still the same.
The address is still such and such, Love Street.
There it is.
It's still that street.
Okay, and that's how you have to look at your relationship.
Got you.
Okay, that stuff stays exactly the same. Okay, now if you try to build the same house in a different environment, that's when you're just going off of how you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just trying to recreate something that already has its own structure, and you can't do it. You can't recreate the same relationship with different people. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole key to realizing that good love can't keep you in a relationship. Because you can have good love with a lot of different people, but you only gonna have great relationships with certain people that you build up, you put into it, you've maintained it. You know what I'm saying? You know what you have versus what you feel. You know that you have to put consistent logs on that fire, not just pour your everything out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that you're compatible, and it's not about just the romance. You know all of these things. And that's how, in my opinion, you stay in love and you keep going. That's the philosophy that I stick by. I focus on what's going on. I don't focus on how I feel, because sometimes, like I said, I'm upset. Sometimes she's upset. And sometimes I got to give her space. Right.
And vice versa. Sometimes you gotta give me my space.
And it took me a long time to learn that. I'm gonna tell you something, and it's true. And someone is gonna benefit from this, because I promise you, I'm feeling this already. Someone's gonna benefit from this.
I hope so.
You know if you're in a good relationship, because my previous relationships, the first time I would get into a quote unquote serious argument, or it wouldn't have to be that serious, I use it as an excuse to go. Because there's an internal issue. I'm running.
Yeah. I don't want to stay here. I want to stay there. Whatever the situation may be. But what I've noticed since I've been with my wife, and don't get me wrong, I still have my moments because I am human.
Oh yeah.
I'm human. I'm not going to sit here and front to you. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I'm human.
Mm-hmm.
But I've overcome that. I have my issues. I've overcome that. I'm not a runner because my wife is worth standing here for.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where the hell am I going? Because
Right.
I believe in this marriage. I believe and I love my wife for real. So where am I going? I have no choice but to make this work.
Right.
Period. If
Right,
you
right.
feel that way and you know that in your mind, there is nothing that's gonna that's gonna come between it.
Yeah.
And if you have to be real with yourself, now if you're out here doing stupid stuff, which I'm not, be real with yourself. If you're out here doing stupid, excuse my French, shit, come on now, who's gonna forgive that? Come on now.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
But if you know you're doing the best you can, but y'all for some reason not seeing eye to eye at that time, it's okay to go to your neutral corner until you figure that out.
Yeah.
But don't run. But you know if she's worth fighting for it, worth staying there. You know.
Right.
Only you can answer that though.
Right.
Only you can answer that. But if you having those thoughts and those feelings that you have to run, then it goes back to all those topics that we were talking about. The maintenance, the compatibility aspect.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't go, you skipped all over that.
Yeah.
You brought a car, you didn't kick the tires.
Ooh.
You got a doggone two-seater when dog damn well all you really need you need a four-door sedan. Actually, you need a hatchback. But you went out and you got that two-car Corvette, knowing damn well because it looked good. Woo. And you know you didn't get the proper value for it because you know Corvettes cost way more than that. But you got because they gave you a deal. It was a lemon.
Deep.
But that's the way it go.
Deep.
But I got past that. I'm still learning.
You
I still have my experiences, but hey, I wouldn't trade it in for the world.
That's right.
First marriage was woo! I'm gonna tell you something. I got married my first marriage on Valentine's Day. I think I was number 12 at the courthouse.
Very romantic.
Yeah, exactly. That same year I was divorced. Right around Thanksgiving.
Oh, man.
It's the truth. Yeah, it happened. Yeah, shit happens. It is what
happens,
it is.
yeah, it happens.
Learning experience. Shouldn't have got married in the first place.
Keyword, learning.
Thoughts. I knew what love was.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts. I knew what it takes to build a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Thought I knew a lot. Didn't know nothing.
Mm.
I was a horrible husband. Horrible. Demanding. Expected things that I don't know why I expected it, but that's because, again, like you said, I'm looking at marriages that I thought was healthy.
But
it really wasn't.
Right.
It really wasn't. Come to find out, we touched on it briefly, that all the marriages that I looked up to when I was growing up as a young man, if I sit down and actually be honest with it and break it down and look at the facts, all the marriages I was looking at, they're on right now on their like third or fourth marriage. You know, reality is something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Reality is something else.
That's the truth.
And it hurt me that my first marriage didn't work. I vowed not to be that young man to have more than one wife.
Right.
I refuse to do that. Have kids all over the place and all that. No, that is not going to be me. I refuse to repeat the patterns of our past.
Right.
Refuse to do that.
We all had that intention.
You know, of course we do. We all have the great intentions.
Yeah.
But if we don't have the teachings, which I'm glad you have this platform to get the word out, if we don't have the knowledge or just the experiences of other men, and we keeping it real with you so you cannot go through the things that we know it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Now, of course, if we tell you not to touch that because it's hot, I get it. I'm hard-headed. Sometimes, just because you told me it's hot, I want to see how hot it is.
Right.
Sometimes it's just how I am. But sometimes I got to believe you when you say that damn thing is hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody learns different.
Exactly.
Everybody learns different.
Exactly. So tying it all into relationships, the past is the past, but you take all that bad and that good and bring that good and the bad so you won't do that anymore.
There you go.
Bringing it to that. But the first thing, like you said, tied all into the topic today, maintenance and compatibility.
Yeah. Definitely.
Them the most important two things right there.
Yeah, yeah,
If you have those two, or you don't have those two, you're done.
yeah.
You truly walking dead.
You gotta.
You dead man walking.
What's important about those is that you honest about it, and that you
Mhm.
really know what you want. You know, not what you desire, not the fantasy. What you really want.
Mhm.
You know, at the core of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think people get that confused, where you think that you want these things because you have this idea of how it should look. Forget that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who do you know you can function with? Who do you know you can? What qualities and what characteristics do you know you can function with and that you can't? You have to know that. You know, that's the core of it. Not everybody thinks what they want is all benefits based. No, it has to be something that fits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, your values, your morals, your beliefs, you know, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It has to be stuff that you know you can rock with.
Most
you
definitely.
know?
Most
And
definitely.
if you're honest about that, then you can figure out who's compatible with you. You know, you can figure out, you know, who you need to test drive.
Exactly. I like
figure that
exactly.
out.
For sure. Most definitely. Most definitely. Yes.
And
yes.
and you know, like I said, it's a thing where, you know, we all grow up having an idea of what it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you got, like you said, you have to look at the reality of it.
You have to,
know?
yeah, and you have to be real with yourself.
You got to be real with yourself.
It starts with you.
Yeah.
You got to go into the situation knowing the truth. You
Yeah.
have to be real with yourself.
You got to.
You have to.
You got, and like I said, you know, don't look at people just because of how long they've been together. That don't mean that they've been in healthy relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they can be in unhealthy marriages and relationships for a very long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what scares me, which I don't get, and we're gonna of course we have other topics to talk about definitely in the near future.
Yeah.
But I want to this one don't get, this scares me. I don't understand how people can be married for X amount of years, a long time, but then all of a sudden you hear that they're getting a divorce. That scares me.
Tisha Campbell.
Man. Yeah, Tisha and what the guy Dwayne.
I thought that was fake. I couldn't believe it. I had to
That,
log off
listen,
Instagram immediately.
That hurt me for real because I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that scares me for real. I guess it's happening because it's happening, but wow.
Yeah, but you know,
but hey.
it scared me, but at the same time, I don't know what happened in that house.
Exactly true. I'm not there.
So I can't say
exactly.
You can't look at it like you can't look at it like, hey, man, they did that for that long. That could be me. No, that can't be me.
Right, because you don't know
okay?
what.
I don't know
what's going on.
What was going on? I don't know how happy they was. You know, they actors. It could have been anything. We don't know.
Like you said, as far as the maintenance part, a rod could have been blown a long time. A head could have been blown a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
It just been sitting in the garage for years.
Yeah.
Now they decided, okay, let's clean out the garage. I'm finna put something else new in here.
There you go.
It happens.
There you go.
Well, we keep using these doggone car analogies. Hey, man.
We're gonna have some sponsors in here in a minute.
Hey, exactly.
Hey, stop what you're doing. Subscribe. OtisWho podcast. Okay? Two brothers talking about relationships and love.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Subscribe, please. This is annually. Okay? It's coming. We got this is small. We got most stuff coming.
Oh yeah, we coming.
Okay?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm biased. Yes, he's family. He passed the test. He's coming back.
All right.
He coming back.
Okay.
We need this. I feel rejuvenated. I'm gonna get up from here after he leave. I'm gonna go kiss my wife. You know, we need this. I'm hoping someone, all jokes aside, I'm hoping someone has gotten some benefit from this.
Yeah.
And if not, he'll be back in about 2 weeks. He's gonna come at least twice a month.
Yeah,
we're gonna get the day worked out, but he's gonna be here at least twice a month,
right,
with some brother love.
Right.
Seriously, more topics. It's gonna be it's not gonna just be testosterone field. It's not. We're gonna have some female aspects coming in here to show to have their point of view. Trust me, it won't be all testosterone. But for now, it's gonna be brother love giving us what he feels that needs to be given out, and I'm gonna feed off of it, and I'm gonna give my experiences, and we're just gonna feed off each other.
For sure.
Great job, man. Great job.
Yeah.
Hey, like you said, please subscribe to the channel. The information is above me. His credentials, his social media stuff is right here below. The Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
Hit him up if you have any questions. You already know how to get in touch with me. OtisWho1@gmail.com. And also, please subscribe. Subscribe and hit the bell 2 times so you know exactly when I have another podcast coming out. It's been real, man. It's been real. I really can't wait to see what the next topic is going to be because we have a lot to choose from.
Oh, we got some stuff.
But you know what? What's coming up soon within the next 2-3 meetings? We have to talk about the women's worth.
Women's worth.
Women's worth.
Okay.
They need to know. They need to know their worth.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe you women. Please don't take this the wrong way. I don't believe you women know your worth, and I'm going to try my best to let you know you are worthy. That's coming up in the next few shows. I don't know if it's going to be the next show, but it will be coming up very soon. Do some research on that, man. Do some research on that.
Got it. Look, I have to research. I got a whole daughter now.
Woo!
Okay.
Yes.
Got to research it.
Great to have you.
Okay.
Hey, he's a great addition to the OtisWho family. He will be back. But people, until next time.
OtisWho. Music.